This lesson is on properties of kites, and the goal is to verify and use properties of kites. The standard is similarity, right triangles, trig, number 5. Alright, what you should understand by the end of this lesson is that a kite is a quadrilateral. It has two pairs. There's one pair, and there's another pair of consecutive sides. And the consecutive sides are congruent. There are no opposite sides that are congruent. There are no parallel sides. So, how much do you understand about kites and their properties? You don't get it? You sort of get it? You got this? Or you could teach someone how to do this. Write this number at the top of your notes. Alright, so when you have a kite, again, you have two pair of congruent sides. Also, if it is a kite, then the diagonals are perpendicular. That means they will cut it into 4 90-degree angles. I put this concept summary relationship of all these quadrilaterals up here is just to show you that a kite is a kite is a kite. There is no other quadrilateral that is like a kite. Trapezoid is not a kite. A rectangular or rhombus is not a kite. A kite is over here all by itself. The only thing that a kite has in common with anything else on this map is that it is a quadrilateral. It has 4 sides. Its interior angles have a sum of 360 degrees. Alright, here we have quadrilateral WXYZ. It is a kite. We have these sides are congruent. These two sides are congruent. And the question is, what is the measurement of angle Z? What is the measurement of this angle right here? It is the same as this angle right here. So we need to find out what those two angles are. So we're going to start out with the total sum of the degrees, which in a quadrilateral is 360. And then I'm going to subtract the two angle measurements that I know. I have 128 and 138. And when I subtract those, I have 94. Now remember, I have two angles that are the same measure, so I'm going to divide 94 by 2. And when I do that, I get 47. So the measurement of angle Z is 47 degrees. Here's your practice problem 1. Quadrilateral HIJK is a kite. What is the measure of angle I? Practice problem 2. Quadrilateral STUV is a kite. What is the measurement of angle S? Alright, I showed you this theorem a little earlier in the lesson, but what I want to show you now is that when you take a look at the diagonals of the kite and you notice that the perpendicular lines divide this into 4 equal right angles. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because in our next problems we're going to be using the Pythagorean Theorem to solve the problems. And the Pythagorean Theorem, I hope you remember, is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So keep that in mind when we work our next few problems. Quadrilateral PQRS is a kite. What is the length of RT? Here is RT right here. Here is our triangle, right triangle that we're going to be working with. Here is our right angle. So if you remember in the Pythagorean theorem, C, or the hypotenuse, is always the one that is across from the right angle. So we know what C is, and we know what one of the legs is. So this a squared b squared c equals c squared, if I need to find out a leg, I take c squared minus, I'm going to just say b squared equals a squared. It's c squared minus a squared equals b squared. It really doesn't matter as long as you do c squared first. So I'm going to take 5 squared minus 3 squared. And that's going to be the length of RT. So 5 squared is 25. 3 squared is 9. That equals c squared, a squared, which is 16. So the square root of 16 equals 4. So the length of RT is 4. So you want to find the length of one of the legs, you find the square of the hypotenuse and subtract one of the legs, and then find the square root of the difference. Here's your first problem. Quadrilateral TUVW is a kite. What is ST, or the length of ST? And practice problem 4, STUV is a kite. What is the length of SW? Alright, so now that you've seen the video, where are you on the scale? Would you write a 1, 2, 3, or 4 at the bottom of your notes? You're going to be doing your assignment on IXL, and you need to make a 100%, or you need to master the lesson for me to give you a grade on it. Good luck. That's all for this lesson. Bye for now.